Okay, so that is depository. So what is depository? Anybody have any ideas? Depository. So depository, depository uh, refers to a facility in which something is deposited for storage or safeguarding. So when we thought that something like a very important document, we will wanted to keep it as safe custody, so we can give this document to somewhere else, that place in which have facility to store. So that facility is called depository. So depository refers to a storage space or facility in which something is deposited for storage or safeguarding. So what is depository in stock market? What is importance of depository in shares? So depository can be an organization, bank or institution that holds securities and assist in the trading of securities. So this depository is an institution that holds securities. Depository provides security and liquidity in the market. So, depository provides security and liquidity in the markets. Depository means an institution that hold securities and assist in the trading of securities. Depository must return the deposit in the same condition upon request. So simply you can understand depository is an institution that hold securities, Securities may be shares, debentures, bonds, whatever it is, mutual funds, etc. So depositories in India, stock market depository is very important. After the Harshad Mehta's scam, uh, have you informed about Harshad Mehta's scam scandal? You might have experienced watching a series. Uh, which one? Anybody have you experienced this series Scam 1992? Nobody. It was a beautiful web series. If you have opportunity, you can watch it and you will understand everything about the stock market. So Scam 92, and it's the story of Harshad Mehta. Okay. So what I'm trying is importance of depositories in India. So there are two depositories. CDSL is a short for Central Depository Securities Limited, and NSDL is a short for National Securities Depository Limited. Normally we call it as in abbreviations like CDSL and NSDL. These are the two depositories. Both CDSL and NSDL are depositories registered by the Indian government to hold the multiple forms of securities like stocks, bonds, ETFs, and other electronic copies. Before the depository regime, we have physical certificate. We have like certificate, your university certificate, like that. So that everybody is keeping that certificate in their home. Okay, that was the situation which was followed in the past, but there was a problems associated with that physical form of securities. When we keep these physical form of securities in the broking houses and all, they tried to pledge these physical securities with the bank and take a loan without the consent of the original holder. So that kind of manipulations and malpractices was done so that the SEBI understand these physical securities are not good, not fair. Keeping of physical securities are not fair. So that they started depositories. So depositories and institution, they are keeping the soft copy, means electronic form of shares. So now there is no physical certificate. We cannot get the physical certificate when we purchase shares. rather than we are getting, electronic certificate. So now the depositories are keeping this electronic certificate. So both CDSL and NSDL depositories registered by the Indian government to hold multiple forms of securities like stocks, bonds, ETFs, and other more electronic copies. These institutions, only these two institutions are available in India for keeping of these stocks, bonds, and ETFs. So that these two institutions are very important, and these two institutions are called as CDS and NSDL. They are responsible to keep stocks, bonds, ETFs, and other electronic certificates. So it is approved by RBI. These institutions, they are the national share depositories approved by the market sectors, SEBI. They hold your shares, debentures, and mutual funds. So you cannot worry that your shares, your documents, your bonds, your ETFs are safe with the hands of these depositories. So whenever you buy a stock, that stock automatically transfer from the seller to the buyer, but you will not get to take copies of the certificate. The certificate automatically handed over to the depository. So depository keep the certificate. The certificate will not be transferred to the buyer. So the certificates are under the custody of the depository. So whenever you buy the shares, your demat account would be credited with some shares. Whenever you sell from your demat account, the demat account is maintained with the depository. So whenever you sell, your shares are debited from your demat account. That account is known as demat account. I will explain later. Whenever you buy shares, same like the currency credit and debit, So when you deposit money in the bank account, it is credited. When you withdraw money from the bank account, it is debited. So similarly, when you purchase shares, the shares are credited in the demat account. This demat account is kept maintained by the depository. Whenever you sell shares, it is debited from your demat account. So every stock trading, every one share or two share dealing is maintained and managed by the depository. So National Stock Exchange and Bombay Stock Exchange, these depository having affiliation with the stock exchange. One of the depositories affiliated with one stock exchange, another depository is affiliated with another stock exchange. Okay, so NSDL, National Securities Depository Limited, is work for NSE. So NSDL is works for NSE and CDSL is work for BSE. So CDSL is the depository of Bombay Stock Exchange and NSDL is the depository of National Stock Exchange. When you try to purchase shares, they will ask NSE or BSE. So if you click NSE, then it is that purchase that shares are keeping by the NSDL, because you purchase shares through NSE, National Stock Exchange. These are the two markets, Bombay Stock Exchange and National Stock Exchange. Only two market available in India. So when you purchase shares through NSE, that shares are kept by the NSDL. When you purchase shares through BSE, that shares are kept by the CDSL. So that is affiliation. So CDSL was set up in 1999 and NSDL was set up in 1996. Any doubts in between, you can ask. Any doubts? Hope you have no doubts. Okay.
Sir,
yeah.
Sir, good evening. I just joined.
Yeah.
Sorry, couldn't join in time.
Oh, no problem. Any questions, sir? Any questions with regard to this?
This is the first slide that I'm seeing, so I'll just update myself.
Okay. So I'm talking about the depositories. And affiliations of these depositories, I said NSDL work for NSE and CDSL work for BSE. So when you purchase shares through NSE, it automatically transferred to NSDL, and when you purchase shares through BSE, it is automatically transferred to CDSL. So these are the only two depositories available in India, and these depositories are fully approved, and it is controlled by Government of India. CDSL
Luckily,
was, yeah.
I bought shares of CDSL recently, so I know about CDS.
Yeah.
They had a big jump in the share market.
CDSL is the only one listed company, listed depository in India, but NSDL is not a dep listed. So CDSL is listed in both NSE and BSE, so that you can purchase shares of CDSL also. You can also purchase shares of BSE also. BSE is also listed in NSE and BSE, right? Right, sir? BSE. Okay. So what is a demat account? A demat account is these terms are very important when you go, because if you are interested in stock market, these concepts are very important. So what is a demat account? So demat account is very important. Demat account, otherwise known as dematerialized account. This account is maintained by depository. So there is a misconception that the demat account is maintained with broker or depository participant. So you are maintaining trading account with the broker, but the demat account with the depository. That is very important. So demat account or dematerialized account provides a facility of holding shares. This demat account, why this demat account? This demat account provides a facility of holding shares. Holding shares means who's responsible to hold shares? Depository is responsible to hold shares, and securities are in electronic form. So now you remember, you cannot purchase a physical security. All securities are in the digital form. So in the past, the physical form of securities was available. Now that regime was stopped. Now only digital securities. The digital keeping of securities is known as dematerialized account. So during online trading, shares are bought and held in a demat account, thus facilitating easy trade for the users. So demat account hold all the investment an individual makes in shares, government securities, exchange traded funds, bonds, and mutual funds in one place. So your demat account consists of all these things: shares, government securities, exchange traded funds, bonds, and mutual funds in one place. Okay. So any doubts? So demat account, I will explain in detail about the demat account. So what is dematerialization? So dematerialization is the process of converting the physical share certificate into electronic form, which is a lot easier to maintain and is accessible from anywhere throughout the world. So if you want to buy and sell when you travel, or if you are in US or if you are in Singapore, you can buy and sell shares is possible because everything is online. You can log in the trading account and you can buy and sell. You can see the window, you can see the market prices, etc. So you can buy and sell, and your shares are safe. You can sleep very happy because your shares are also kept under the custody of a good custodian, which is known as depository. Same like you are keeping gold in with the bank, gold safe custody deposit. Same something like you can keep. The shares are kept under the custody of depository. So an investor who wants to trade online needs to open a demat with a depository participant. Okay. So an investor who wants to trade online needs to open a demat account with a depository participant. So if a person wanted to trade, that person must be open an account, demat account with a depository participant. But you remember, this demat account is maintained by the depository, not the depository participant. But there is one account, the trading account is maintained by the depository participant. The depository participant is known as a broker. So these depository participants are the members of stock exchange. So if you are taking Geojit, Zerodha, SBI Caps, these are the brokers. These brokers are members of approved or recognized members of stock exchange. So the purpose of dematerialization is to eliminate the need for the investor to hold physical share certificate and facilitating a seamless tracking and monitoring of holdings. So earlier, I already explained earlier, the stocks, the shares was in the form of physical securities, but lot of scams and scandals were happened. Even the Harshad Mehta scandals were happened because of this physical form of certificate. And this physical form of certificate, the brokers, these certificates were under the custody of brokers, and they have taken loan by pledging this physical certificate without the consent of the holder, not without the consent of the original owner. That was leading some kind of scandals and all. So if you watch, the movie Scam 92, you will get more details. So can you trade without demat account? Can you trade without demat account? Not possible. So trading on stock market means buying and selling of shares. You cannot do you cannot do that without a demat account. You cannot do trade without a demat account. So demat account is a must. So this is because shares today are available only in dematerialized electronic form, which is the only way in which shares can be traded. So shares are available only in electronic form. So the hard copy shares are now not available. So every time you buy or sell shares, it is reflected in your demat account. So when you buy shares, it is credited in the demat account. When you sell shares, it is debited from your demat account. So that is the status right now. Any questions? If you have no questions, I mean it, you are understanding everything. Okay. So, what is it? Why is a trading account needed? So, I said the two accounts, demat account and trading account. It is not enough to have a demat account only for trading in shares. You also need a trading account. So, the trading account means you are starting a trading account with a broker. The demat account merely holds your shares, but trades are executed through the trading account. So trades are executed through the trading account. So if I can show you something. So this is my trading account. I can log in. Okay, so this is a trading account. I can see my portfolio and all, and you can add buy and sell shares. This is a trading account, and I can log in. So I'm trying for another account. Wait. Okay, so this is the trading account. Here you can you can see your portfolio and the stock summary, portfolio insights, uh, etc. So today's orders, okay, then your portfolio, etc. So this is my portfolio. My portfolio. I have two portfolios because I am not able to access my another. I'm not using this system now. I'm using a different system. So okay, this way you can. This is one of the Demat account type. So when you open an account, you can log in and you can see your portfolio, in which consists of which consists of mutual funds, bonds, systematic investment plans, uh, shares, etc. Everything is there. You can understand. Even if you purchase IPO, initial public offer, it is there. So everything you can maintain with this trading account. Okay. Okay.
Sir, one
Yeah.
doubt, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, can we have, I mean, a Demat account in one with one agency and the trading account with another agency, another
Uh,
brokerage?
Actually, that is because when if you open multiple accounts, they will charge. That is a problem. I had a previous experience because I have started a one Demat account with Geojit and one in SBI, and the depository
No, no,
will be
no, no.
charged.
My question is, sir, my
Yeah,
question is, Demat account and trading account, can they be with different agencies?
agencies, and that's I'm saying because you are saying like you wanted to start Demat account in X depository participant and I mean trading account in an X and Demat account in some other agency.
Correct, sir. Correct.
Yeah, but there is a cross checking and verification. That time I think there is a problem. And also when you open multiple Demat account, they will charge.
No, no, I'm not asking multiple Demat account. I'm
Uh,
saying one Demat account with ICICI and one trading account with, let's say, Zerodha. Can it happen, sir?
because the Demat account, I mean the depository participants, they will get the verification from the depository. Because when you purchase shares, it automatically transferred to depository. So they have some connection with the stock exchange and depository. So the Demat account is maintained by depository rather than depository participant. That's the problem. So Demat account means the account which keeping the shares, but trading account means we are trading through the trading account. So buy and sell through trading account, but the shares are kept with the Demat account. That Demat account is maintained by the depository. So I don't know because I haven't experienced these two in different depository participants. But it is better to, I think it is better to keep both trading and Demat account in same depository participant. Okay, sir.
Okay, okay, sir.
So trading account, Demat account, the difference we have seen. As such, the trading account is just indispensable as Demat account are to enter into stock trading. Only members of stock exchange like Bombay Stock Exchange and the National Stock Exchange are allowed to open a trading account for investors to trade on the exchange. So I told this series it is better if you wanted to have I mean better insights from the old stock market system. You definitely watch this series. It was a very good movie. So NSDL versus CDSL. So I told there are two stock exchange. I mean two depositories, NSDL and CDSL. NSDL, National Securities Depository Limited, which is affiliated to National Stock Exchange, and the CDSL, Central Depository Securities Limited, which is affiliated to Bombay Stock Exchange. So stock exchange, CDSL work for BSE and NSDL works for NSE. The trades can utilize both of the depositories for exchanging and settlement of securities. Promoters, NSDL is backed up by IDBI Bank Limited, a unit trust of India, and NSE. And CDSL is promoted by Bombay Stock Exchange as of December 2019. Establishment year, NSDL was established in 1996 and CDSL was established in 1999. So demat account number format, there is a discrepancy over the numbering system. NSDL demat account number, CDSL have 16 numeric digits and NSDL demat account have 2 alphanumeric digits, IN, and 14 numeric digits. So the numbering is different. So demat account numbering is different when you take demat account from NSDL and CDSL. So the several depositories, CDSL has 599 depository participants registered with itself, and NSDL has 278 depository participants. Remember, depository participants means brokers. So brokers are called as depository participants like Geojit, Zerodha, ICICI. These are brokers, and these brokers are known as depository participants. So how do these depositories work?
So, sir, can I see the previous slide once again?
Yeah. Yes.
Sir,
Yes.
one question.
Yes.
Will opening a demat account create a trading account automatically, or do we have to create both separately?
It's automatically. When you tomorrow you go with you are going. You visiting Geojit office or Zerodha office, and they will ask for bank account details and your PAN number and Aadhaar number. And after that, there are some verifications and cross checks, etc. You have to sign some number of documents, and it's automatically verified, and your demat account will be ready. So usually we are saying demat account. It's the same process. Same process. But I don't know
Okay,
because when you take a trading account in one broker and demat account, I think it is not possible. Okay. So it's
Okay,
the same process. Same process. Okay. Sir, is it okay?
Yes, sir. Next slide. Next slide.
Okay. So how do these depositories work? The key to exchanging stocks, the most necessary step is to open demat account. What a demat account does is strongly related to what a depository does. Okay. So at the point when you purchase shares, they are credited to your demat account, and when you sell the shares, they are debited from your demat account. Okay. So remember this crediting and debiting, when you get this information, what number of shares debited, what number of shares credited, everything is maintained by the depository. So demat account is only a middle person, and it is CDSL and NSDL which actually hold your shares. So demat account is a middle person, and it is CDSL and NSDL which actually hold your shares. So when you open a demat account to purchase shares, shares are held by the depositories. Okay. So the shares are kept by the depositories. So you can no need to worry about your shares. Somebody will stolen or something, like if we are keeping gold or some liquid money in our home, we cannot sleep well because some kind of fear may disturb us. Because here you can sleep well because everything is the documentation is everything is clear. Every share is under the safe custody, with the safe custody of the depository. So functions of depository also very important. So if you purchase shares, the companies declare dividend. Dividend means dividend is a part of profit of the company. The company distribute dividend to its shareholders. So when you purchase shares of a particular company, X company limited, suppose the company declare dividend, you will get the dividend, portion of the dividend to your bank account. So that time the depositories perform is when organization needs to appropriate dividend to shareholders, because the dividends are credited through depositories, because depositories only knows the correct information that how many shares are held by a person, how many shares are means same like when you keep deposit with the bank, the bank know how many the amount of deposit, amount of money credited in your bank account. So the number of shares credited in your bank account, credited in your depository, the depository know the information, so the depository can help for the correct appropriation of dividend. Organization will record data on its investors, and this is when the share depositories prove to be useful. So depositories are useful for appropriation and crediting of dividend. So services offered by depository: maintenance of demat account. We already explained maintenance of demat account, and dematerialization and it's rematerialization. It's not dematerialization and rematerialization. What is rematerialization? Anybody, can you say that? Dematerialization and rematerialization. Dematerialization we have seen already. Conversion of physical shares into electronic form is known as dematerialization. Rematerialization means conversion of electronic form shares into a physical form. So conversion of physical form into electronic form is known as dematerialization. Conversion of electronic form into physical form is known as rematerialization. So trade settlement done by depository, liquidity to market, share transfers is possible because somebody transfers shares. Spouse.
So that means basically CDSL and NDSL do these tasks, correct?
Yeah. Only to depositories, sir. Only to these two depositories available. Only these two depositories having been allowed to take safe custody of the shares, mutual funds, etc. So all these services are done through these depositories. Share transfers, we need permission from them, because only through depositories we can transfer shares, because they are keeping the shares. They only know the information of what number of shares are under the custody of a person. So share transfers, market and off-market transfers eliminate the risk, because somebody, some person may passed away, means if that person may holding so many number of shares, so that time that shares may need to transfer to his wife or other survivors. That time a share transfer is needed, so it is possible through the depository. So you can approach your broker, and the broker do all these things with the help of depository. So eliminate the risk of holding a physical asset. Depository eliminate the risk of holding a physical asset and provide safekeeping and nomination and transmission. So these all services done by the depository. So CDSL and NSDL have been essential in supporting the structure as well as improving its production post digitalization. It is significant to take note that since the time of their existence, there have never been significant glitches, a demonstration of the effective change from physical to electronic format in the Indian share trading market. Actually, this thing was intended to avoid lot of manipulations. This digitalization was done by the Securities Exchange Board of India and Government of India and SEBI, means stock exchanges, NSE and the BSE, for avoiding a lot of manipulation. Because earlier, the physical form of securities was disturbance was a very, very bad situation. So that this the emergence of depository itself is a very important regime to the Indian stock market. So depository is very important in Indian stock market, and you should remember the words dematerialization and rematerialization, depository. These are the very, very important concepts in the stock market. To sum up, there is no way you can trade on stock market without a demat account. So you should understand a person without a demat account cannot trade in stock market. So demat account is must. If you are interested in buying and selling shares and making the most of the Indian growth story, you need to get a demat account as well as a trading account. So both accounts are important, demat account and trading account with a broker, to be part of the Indian success story of Indian stock market success story. Because every day, yesterday also the market were up and today also it was up. Okay, these are about the depository. Any questions with this depository you can ask. So depository is important in the examination point of view. Depository, what is a depository? Depositories in India, approved status, demat account, dematerialization, etc. Very important. So if you have any questions, you can ask me. Otherwise, we can wind up because some people have already told they are waiting for the examination and all, because it is not fair. I am extending the classes because I always do post videos, and I have already posted videos of derivatives, mutual funds, clearing and settlement, etc. You go through with these videos. And if you have any questions, let me know that, and I will explain further. Because some people, one or two people are very well about the stock market. Others are very basics. I know that. So that I have to consider all the people together like a homogeneous group, even though you are not homogeneous. So I would say, everyone need to understand well about the concepts of stock market and all. As an outcome of this course, if somebody interested in the market, or somebody purchase shares, that will be a value addition of the course. Okay. Okay, so if you have no questions, then we can wind up, because I hope everybody recorded their attendance, right?
Sir, I've not done it, but I'll do it right now, sir.
Okay. Thank you all. We can wind up. Next Wednesday we can again meet up. See, if anybody have examination and all, let me know that. Otherwise, I will schedule it accordingly. So it's for all, any person, because only 10 people are there in the meeting right now. So it is not fair, because all we have, 30 people. So it's better to better to take class with the maximum attendance. So I feel like if you have any problem, let me know in advance. Otherwise, I will schedule it. So at least Monday you can tell that you have some issue. So like that. So then I will reschedule or postpone the class accordingly. So anyway, I will post videos. That videos will be helpful to you. Apart from this regular online classes. Okay, I will conduct examination in LMS module, and I will conduct presentations. Everything is there. So the internal marks are based on these presentations, and because everything is based on your evaluation criteria. So that evaluation is very important. You keep in mind completion of these kind of internal examination criteria. Okay, the criteria are very stringent and strict. Everyone has to follow all these things. I hope you are understanding all these things. Thank you all.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Sir, I am unable to do the attendance part.
Sir, I think it was till 7:30. I will check. I will check, sir. I will check.
I am unable to do it, sir.
Okay, I will check, and if anything, I will correct it. Okay. thank you.
Also, if you can send me the link once again, sir. I think I'm going to the wrong link.
Attendance.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No, attendance. You can post attendance in LMS.
LMS also, sir.
Ah,
LMS I'm
LMS.
not able to do. Yeah, I'll try once again.
Okay. So I'm closing this session. Thank you all.